going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 22 Ultimate Team video. This is video number 3 of the day, and I think it's going to be a helpful one. We're going to get you some better players on your team. We're going to help you upgrade your squad, get some of the best cards in the game, and spend as little coin as possible. We did this last Saturday. We're doing it again today, and it's something I would like to do with the auction house permitting, you know, every Saturday or at least once every other week to help you guys get that squad up and get some good players on your team. The market is down right now. Saturday's the most active day on the auction house. But not only that, we got a brand new promo, one of the biggest promos in MUT 22 going on right now with the Harvest promo. Now, before we get into the information, if you're new here, you're not subscribed to the channel, you were looking around on YouTube for MUT 22 content, you found me, maybe this video was recommended to you, be sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on. We dropped 2 other bangers today. This is video number 3, like I said, of the day. You guys don't want to miss out on these, because if you do, you're missing out on some good information. So make sure you got that notification bell turned on so you guys are alerted when we drop videos. So let's talk about the rental method, and this is something that I've talked about a little bit this year, a lot last year with the Thursday LTDs. If you don't know what this means, right, is that LTDs, they quick sell for 250,000 coins. And when this T.Y. Hilton card was in packs, it was a really good rental option. Now, what we're seeing on the auction house at this given moment is that it's about 350K. But if we take a look over at MUT.gg, you'll actually see that the pricing is down on this card. On Xbox, averaging about 320K, on PlayStation about 311K, on PC 350K. It's in the upper right part of your screen right now where you see those average prices. So what that means is if you can be a little bit patient, right, and you can get this T.Y. Hilton card for maybe 310K or 320K, it becomes a cheap rental in the fact that a month from now or a month and a half from now or even a couple weeks from now, if you no longer want this card, you can either quick sell it and you're going to get 250K back. So hypothetically, say you bought it at 320 today. Down the road, you quick sell it at 250K. That means you spent 70K on this card. And at 70K, you mainly were renting it, but it's a pretty good card. If you take a look, even though he's a little bit short, 93 speed, 91 short route running, 90 mid route running, 92 deep route running. He's one of the fastest receivers in the game. Route running across the board is great. 93 catch, like this is one of the best wide receivers in the game. If you can have him for a month and only spend about 70K on it, I think that's worth it. The other thing to keep in mind is that this card, you know, it's a little outdated in the fact that it's not been in packs for a while, so typically the price goes up, but as we saw on MUT.gg, it started to go down. If it starts going back up, you can always sell it. I saw this card get around 380 to 390K during the middle of last week. I bought this card on my No Money Spent squad at 300K, so I could sell it right now at these prices for profit, or later on down the road if I'm done with the card and it's not selling for around this range, say it drops below 300K, at that point then you can go in. Because of tax, it would just make more sense to quick sell it. You get a lot of the coins back. Again, you're going to spend a little bit to rent it, but you're renting one of the best cards in the game. Now, moving on to a more current card in the same situation is the current LTD Harvest 95 overall Jabril Peppers. Now, he is actually cheaper than T.Y. Hilton, different position, right? So you can't really judge him that way. But this is another really good rental option. And if we take a look at MUT.gg pricing, on Xbox about 350K, so he's a little more expensive on Xbox. But this card is still in packs right now. It's in packs until Sunday morning. That's November 14th at about 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. So if you're on Xbox and you see this card start to creep down in the 325K range like it is on PlayStation, this is another really good buy. Say you're able to buy this card at 325K. That means later on down the road, a month from now or so, you can sell it, and if you can get 325 back after tax, which I think you might be able to do, given that this card is really good, well then it was a wash, right? You got to rent this card for free for however long you kept it. But if not, and you do have to go the quick sell route, again, being that it quick sells for 250K, that becomes about a 75,000 coin rental for one of the best strong safeties in the game. And as you can see, I purchased this card. I got him at 325. If I can sell him down the road when he's out of packs and his price goes up and we can make our coins back in a week or two, or even make a little bit of profit off of it, it's definitely a big W. But for 75K to have this card on my squad for maybe a month or so, I mean, this is without the power up. I wouldn't recommend powering up these cards because then you're spending more, and that's kind of dead coin or dead money that you're spending. But even without the power up and just some good strategy items, 93 speed, 94 man, 92 zone with 94 hit power. He is only 5'11", but this is a really, really good rental option for you guys. Next, this is also something I love recommending to you guys who are maybe no money spent or playing on a budget, is when a new shiny item comes out, everybody forgets about the old item at the same position. So today, being Saturday, we got a Legend LeGarrette Blount, absolute truck of a card, right? I'm definitely picking it up. But that LeGarrette Blount, his LTD is like 800K, the set version is like 600K. That's really expensive, and it costs a lot for a lot of you guys, and I know a lot of you watching these videos just can't afford a card that expensive. Well, if we take a look at a very similar card who was once the dominant running back in the game, this is still a really good card with 92 overall, most feared Derrick Henry. We actually talked about picking up this card last weekend, but he was more in like the 190 to 200K range. Well, look now, he's about 170, and if you take a look at MUT.GG, pricing is down all the way on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And you're seeing an average on the main consoles here of about 160 to 165K. So everybody out there with a lot of coins and spending a lot of money is out there going and buying LeGarrette Blount. And of course that card is much better, but is it worth that much when you compare the cost of the coins? I don't think so. So if you got a budget, or if you're on a budget and you got 175K and you need a running back, or maybe it's time to update your running back or upgrade it, go get this Derrick Henry. You don't have to power him up. You can. It's going to cost you more to do so, but you got yourself a really good running back. Top 3 in the game. With the Harvest promo, part 1 yesterday, we got 3 really good champions, and one of them was wide receiver Antonio Brown. And once again, a brand new wide receiver comes out, people forget about or start selling their older cards. And Plaxico Burress, who I think is probably one of the top 3 best wide receivers in the game right now. Also, Robbie Anderson recently came out, which kind of made this card forgotten, is at a really good price. Now, this is not the LTD version, and you can power this card up if you want, but getting 93 plaques for like 230K right now is an absolute deal. This one on the auction house, while I'm recording, is a little bit lower than average. If we take a look at MUT.GG, pricing on this card is down across the board, mostly on PlayStation. But if you can get plaques for 230, 240, 250 right now, a really good deal. 3 other wide receivers that we talked about last week, Randy Moss, DK Metcalf, and Roddy White, all pretty similar, but I think Roddy White is the better out of the 3 because they all have the same speed. Roddy White has better route running. They're all down about 25K right now compared to last weekend, so there are 3 good options as well. They were all about the 275K range, and right now they're around 250 during this weekend, so go get these cards while they're cheap. Lots of good upgrades you guys can make. And we'll end the video with one card at the cornerback position, similar to what we just said with Antonio Brown. Dion Sanders just came out yesterday, so there's a lot of good cornerbacks that are going to start going down in price because people are selling those cards to go get Dion to replace them. And Charles Woodson right now, 92 overall, his legend card. Again, with legends, and we just took a look at with the Plaxico, legends are definitely good to buy on Saturdays because everybody's opening up those legend bundles and they're selling the pieces that they're getting for cheaper than they would normally go during the week. Charles Woodson, 92 overall card at under 200K, another absolute steal. One of the better corners in the game. I'd say maybe like top 10. He's not top 5. And one more time, this just kind of proves how active the auction house is that we're seeing a couple of them for under 200K or at 200K even. And if we take a look at the pricing, MUT.GG hasn't really caught up on the PlayStation market, where it's saying he's going for about 204K on average. Good news for all you Xbox guys, he's already under 200K on average. PC, I'm sorry, that price is outrageous there. But just to reiterate, it's a really good weekend to upgrade your wide receivers because of the new Antonio Brown, your cornerbacks because of the brand new Dion Sanders. You might be able to find some good pass rushers out there because Chase Young also came out with the Harvest promo, and people are looking to pick up that card. So this is a trend you want to follow every single weekend. Look for the new cards, the shiny new items, and if you can't afford those, go attack the same positions but the cards that came out a week or 2 weeks before them, because everybody else is dumping those cards and buying the new shiny item. Well, you can get a pretty usable card for a lot less cheaper than what you would have had to pay for it when it came out. Hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, go ahead and click that thumbs up. Thank you so much for all the support. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.